Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today is going to be a special video, just in general. I'm going to be covering a couple of scrapped maps. Since of the whole announcement of Zero Royale and another scrapped map happening, I decided how about we look at older scrap maps that I've done that most of the community probably doesn't even know about. So this is Spawn Island. It's not. I don't remember. Oh, it's over here. So welcome to Collision Royale. So it's a cartoon here, and I created a Funko Nika Twins. So that's simple. You could already tell that floating train. That wasn't good. Well, I'll start over here. This part of the map. I'll just show it. I have to for a map like this. This is probably one of the biggest Kevin Floating Island maps, POI wise, that you're probably gonna see. There's 8 POIs on this map. So there's potential points, complexity crops, the HQ, Coral Cove, Willow to Woods, Zero Collision, Neo Nexus, Crystal Creeks, and the ruins. Anyways, so we're gonna start off over here, the ruins. The first thing that you're gonna tell is the POIs are really small, but except for Neo Nexus, that's probably the biggest one. So the ruins is basically the monster, but like it has the monster skull and stuff like that. But it's like a fish, giant fish. So it's not like copying, but see that's corrupted and stuff. Here's just a little spot. The collision is basic. I'm pretty sure it's like a thing, like the 0 point and like all these crystals and stuff. Crystal Creek is it's only a bunch of high crystals, big crystal. I'm gonna talk about this later. So this is Zero Collision. It is literally, I think, the smallest POI on the map. But yeah, this is what the 0 point is and stuff. It's a different take on the 0 point for sure. Yeah. Willow to Woods. This is pretty cool POI. I'm gonna get this in a second. A lot of detail, I gotta say. I'm impressed with my old self because there are chests but no custom rule. Willow to Woods is literally a house. That's, I guess, good. Or something. There's another thing over here. One of my favorite POIs is Coral Cove because of how much like details in it. It's just cool. Like it's really cool. See, there's a lot of Chapter 1 props. I used to use a lot of them, like a lot. But I like this. It's unique. I love the terrain. It looks pretty neat. A lot of stuff. It's just chill, in my opinion. This is a landmark, and this is probably the only good landmark that I've ever done. Like, this is a really good landmark, not gonna lie. Just put more props in it, and it would be a lot good landmark. Complexity crops, yes. Complexity crops. Very unique. It's, oh god, no. Prefabs. Oh, bro. I get triggered when I see prefabs. What was I thinking back then? So yeah, you have potential points. Just a really small ice biome with like a really large icicles. This is just a storyline thing. Storyline. And then my favorite POI, Neo Nexus. It's the biggest one out of all of them, so that's why I like it. It's not filled in, but it's my favorite one because it's the span of 2 islands and it's the biggest POI. So there's like actual buildings here. One of the things that was in this season were these like coral things. That I copied Nova. I still remember me thinking about this. I copied Nova on this in one of his scrapped maps. But yeah, it just teleports you around the map. So that's basically. First off, all of the left of the map is not there. Just so welcome to Geometric Real map creators. These two, and you got this dude. Cool. So all over here, I want to point this out first. You could tell that half of the map isn't even here. I just shoved this. I didn't know what I was doing. I just shoved it everywhere. All these UFO stuff. But yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing, it only has 7 POIs. That's the second thing. Only 7. Which is very surprising. We're gonna start off with this one. Don't mind that happening a bunch of times. Wait, just see if it happens. Yeah. So this is the whole reason why it's called geometric. You can see all the cubes. This is Reality Reckoning. It's literally a cube-infested wasteland with multiple cubes. You could tell this is Chapter 2, Season 8 for sure. Yeah. On to the second POI, Static States. I know there's so many prefabs in this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of them. No. 6 actually. I just refilled it with different props. 6 prefabs, man. 6. It's still a good POI, but just 6. So you got that. Muddy Mountain is probably one of my favorite POIs. This has been in so many maps in the decade. I think it's probably the biggest one, except for Reality Reckoning. It's just Muddy Mountains. It explains itself. Chest, ammo boxes. Wicked Woods instead of Willowed Woods. Let's see the Great Snap. Copy and pasted houses on this. This isn't even POI, but okay. It's a really small thing. Honestly, probably my favorite part of this map is like the desert. Because it's the most unique out of all of them in my opinion. I just like it. There's a and the core, of course. I forgot about this one. See, this is where I started the map, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a great map because I love this POI. It's one of my favorites. But then, you know, stuff happened. I hated this map so much. And you get it. It's a terrible map. You can tell. Anyways, on to the next one. So, first we're going to start with Spawn Island. It's pretty good. You can see the terrain's pretty decent. And you're like, hey, wait, if I remember correctly, the terrain wasn't like that. And you're right. The terrain is pretty nice over here, but then you have here. Bruh. This is when I went through a phase of loving Directing Pete, and I took a lot of inspiration off of him. So you can see there's a lot of landmarks that just didn't really go well. This guy, I was working on something over here. First off, the 0 point is supposed to be there, but it isn't. Operation is floating now. For some reason, I don't know. I do not know why. The Reckoning is still here. Let's see. So you have this new desert biome that has expanded along the slope. Right over here. So yeah. I'm gonna, I'll give a tour if people haven't seen this before. So first off, you have Foresty Falmouth. Foresty Falmouth. It's polluted, so kind of, you know, it's a lot better terrain over here. This is when I first started making mountains. I know. Operation. Honestly, one of my favorite. maps. This is like how everything started. This POI is how all everything started. Lazy Lagoon, which I really don't like at this version. This is a landmark, which is the first building I built on the map. Settling sites is really here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Snowy skyscrapers. This was all one big POI, but then one of the skyscrapers collapsed and turned into Muddy Mountain. This was Batman's cave. It sounded really stupid. And then this was a 0 point laid down. You can see it's a lot. So the first thing you can tell, it's a big map, man. It's big. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 POIs. But hey, that's okay. At least the terrain isn't like how it was on Remastered of Zero Royale. That's all I say. At least. So the whole theme of Season 2 in general, well, you could check out the video of this map, Season 1, but Season 2 was supposed to be a whole UFO theme, which got scrapped, and I did the Back in Time theme. So basically, this was how, it's not how it was anymore, but pretty sure Shady Shards, yeah. It went back to how it was before it became like a movie theater and stuff. And this is how it was before. So the whole map is shifting back in time, basically. That's the only POI that I actually got to work on until it got cancelled. But this is the first, we'll start over here. Snowy skyscrapers. A lot better than on Remastered, in my opinion. It's a lot bigger. That's for sure. And this is one of my only mini Battle Royale maps that did this. You can see that the gravity is like low gravity. This is the only BR map that did this. That did this. Floor spawns. Which is something I don't do anymore, but I'm thinking of bringing it back maybe. Floor spawns are basically like weapons spawning on the floor. And then you have settling sites, which that was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Being in a construct, all the props were filled in. Pretty cool. Lazy Lagoon. This is my favorite variation of Lazy Lagoon. It's just so cool. I'm thinking about it now. I might add some of these POIs because I'm realizing how cool they were in this map, so the fact that I can make it with Chapter 3 stuff will be even cooler in Zero Royale. So I might. Maybe Lazy Lagoon will be one of them. Who knows? Over here, it's, I didn't write down anything, but this would be like the core. You have the vault, 0 point, bunch of corruption stuff. That was Shady Shards, but, you know. This is the first variation of Operation. It was pretty cool. It was all the same as when it was being built. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then you have the jungle. Damn. Well, that was the jungle. The swampy jungle. So this is Tribal Temple, which, damn, that was a lot. I love this POI. It was so unique. If only it was bigger. And then the Volcano Fire. It explains itself, honestly, with the name. It's a volcano. And that's it. But hey, this was my first BR map, and I liked it. It meant a lot to me. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. That was all my scrap BR maps.